Hello everybody. Oh, it's so nice to be filming again. I have not filmed for a few weeks now and I was on a real roll with YouTube videos. I think I put 3 up in 3 weeks, like 1 a week, and I was on a real roll with it. And then on that last week when the last one went up, I didn't film anything. I didn't film anything the last weekend either. So I thought I would do a quick sit down video. And this is actually going to be like the longer version of a reel that I've just shot, where I go through some of my top buys through Vinted. Vinted is a platform, if you don't already know, where you can shop secondhand pieces. So basically people sell stuff that they don't want anymore, and you can buy it off them. You can also sell on there. It's for anybody and everybody, so you don't have to be like a professional seller or anything like that. And yeah, it's a great platform. You can buy pretty much anything on there at the moment, but the main thing I use it for is designer clothes. And the reason why it's so good for that is because I can find designer pieces that are out of season, that you can't really get anymore, or even ones that are actually still online and you can buy, which actually has just reminded me of another piece I want to add to this list. 2 seconds. So yeah, it's such a great platform for getting secondhand designer pieces, and obviously the price is considerably lower than buying them retail. So yeah, I thought I'd get into it and a little bit about how I shop on Vinted. I have done paid work with Vinted before, but this particular video is not paid by Vinted. I'm just a huge fan, and I used Vinted for years before I started doing paid work with them over on my Instagram. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, please go and follow me over there. It's Rachel Yvonne Hatley. And yeah, let's get into the video. So the first item, I'm just gonna grab whichever one I see first. Actually, I'll just grab the one that I just quickly pulled off of my sunglasses rack. And this item is a pair of J.W. Anderson sunglasses. Now, these were only released last year, I believe in July, June or July, maybe May. So they're not even a year old. And these are still online. I will link them down below. You can buy these sunglasses right now on the J.W. Anderson website for £240 if you would like to do so. And yeah, I found these on Vinted. Somebody was selling them because they needed some cash to get Christmas presents. And yeah, somebody was selling these and I bought these for £25. Now I know obviously a common question is, are they fake? Like, how can you tell things are real or fake on Vinted? Well, normally I would say going by the price. Obviously I've got quite a good eye for spotting fakes as well, just because I'm so obsessed with these items, especially handbags and things like that. I can kind of spot a fake. I know there are some really good fakes out there at the moment, but the good thing about Vinted is it offers the authentication option as well. I actually forget the proper name of it now, but yeah, you can pay £10 to have the item taken from the buyer, sent to an expert where they check over whether it's authentic designer or not, and then if it is, they send it to you, and if it's not, they send it back to the buyer and the seller, and I believe they ban the seller if it's fake instantly. So it's really not worth people's time putting fake stuff up at the moment. So that's also very helpful. I didn't pay the £10 to have these authenticated because in my idea, there's no, I don't know anybody that would be making fake J.W. Anderson sunglasses, because I just think you'd make fake Louis Vuitton ones or fake Chanel ones and sell those. J.W. Anderson is quite a niche brand still, and although he is getting a lot of traction right now, obviously it's run by Jonathan Anderson, who is the creative director of Loewe. It is still quite a niche brand, and like, it sells, you know, sunglasses with twists in the arms and stuff like that. And I just knew that these weren't going to be fake. So yeah, they're really nice and strong and sturdy, and nice strong arms, which is I really like on a pair of sunglasses. So yeah, these are amazing. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, they're out there, but they're J.W. Anderson. Quite a few of the things in this part are J.W. Anderson, I'm not going to lie, because Jonathan is my favourite designer. Favourite designer that's alive. Alexander McQueen is my favourite designer. But yeah, these were such a steal for 25 quid. I think they were originally put up for 150, which to be fair was already £100 off retail price and would have been an excellent price to have gotten them at. I managed to get the person down to £50, and then I think I got them down to 40, and then I had £15 in my Vinted, like, you have a wallet on Vinted from items you've sold. So I sold something for 15 quid. I used the 15 quid to put towards these. So out of my bank account only came 25 or something like that, or 20. So yeah, actually I think it was even less than that by the time I got them right down on these, because they just were desperate. So I don't know, yeah, absolutely love these, and these are such a steal. I'm aware that they're not everybody's cup of tea, by the way. They didn't come with a box or the sunglasses case. They said that they had lost those, but for the price that I was paying, I didn't really mind. Let's stick with the theme of sunglasses, and the next one comes in this huge box from Prada, and these sunglasses I believe originally came out, I think it was either 2009 or 2010, around that era, and they are the Prada Baroque sunglasses. Now I have wanted these since release, and this is one of the best things that I personally find about Vinted, is that I can go back in time almost, and there's a few things here that do that, and buy things that like teenage Rachel wanted, and I'm really sort of starting to almost create a sub collection of items that teenage Rachel wanted, or at least young Rachel. For those of you that don't know, I'm 30 now. So yeah, these are the Prada Baroque sunglasses, and when these came out I wanted them so badly, but obviously God, how old was I in that time? Yeah, 15, 16 years old when these came out, so I obviously didn't have the money to buy Prada sunglasses. So and I still don't have the money to buy Prada sunglasses, hence why I got them second hand. Again, very bug-like, but this is kind of the style I like in my sunglasses, very 60s. Not all of my sunglasses are big like this. I do have normal sized ones as well. But yeah, I just love the arm piece. Obviously, that's like the main selling point of these sunglasses. And I don't know, these would have retailed for probably about 300 quid. I paid £50 for them on Vinted, so I was absolutely over the moon with those. And these ones did come with the sunglasses case. Now don't get me wrong, it's you know, it's got a few marks on it and whatever, but for 50 quid I was more than happy to pay that for a pair of sunglasses that I had wanted since I was 15. Okay, next up we'll do actually my newest Vinted buy, and it's this Vivienne Westwood shirt. Now I've been on the hunt for this shirt for ages. And when I say that, this shirt is actually very easy to find on Vinted. I'll link a few down below if I can. It's quite commonly sold on Vinted. I think people just know that they will get like a price for it. So this is a Vivienne Westwood shirt. Now there is a women's version of this shirt, and the waist comes in slightly and it's just a bit more fitted. And originally that was the one I was looking for, but I ended up getting the men's version just because it was boxier, and I don't like a fitted shirt. I quite like an oversized shirt. However, I still did get this in size 1, which I believe is the smallest size, so it's not going to be too oversized on me. But the tailoring on this shirt is absolutely gorgeous, and the main detail that I loved is these top 3, oh my goodness, what have I done? Top 3 buttons that do up the collar. Absolutely adore that. So that was like the main selling point, because I thought if I put a jumper or a sweatshirt or like a sweater vest over the top, this is still going to show, and it's a really nice detail. Then obviously it's just got the little Vivienne Westwood orb logo down here, so that's really great. And yeah, there's like one tiny stain on it, which they did put in the pictures, but you can literally barely see it. I don't even think the camera's picking it up. So there we go. That was the only stain that was on it. How much did I pay for this? £20, I think. I think it was originally up for 40. I favorited it. I think I offered 30. She declined it, left it for a bit. Then she offered me 20 and I said, okay. So yeah, really, really happy with that. And for £20 for this shirt retails for £250 on the website, and I think you can still get this. So yeah, huge saving on that one, and very, very happy with it. Now another piece that was a real holy grail item for me is this J.W. Anderson t-shirt, and this is the very famous stock photo, boy eating apple. And what I loved about this, obviously the t-shirt that the boy is wearing is printed onto the t-shirt behind him, which I really like and kind of throws people off. That's actually the first thing people mention to me when I wear this t-shirt. And then the apple itself, it's going to be a bit hard to show you, but the apple itself is embroidered. So this is printed onto the cotton, and then this is embroidered, so it's actually like stitched thread. Don't know if you can see the difference. And then on the apple sticker, it's got the J.W. Anderson logo, which I think is a really nice touch as well. I will upload photos of this walking the runway, because this t-shirt actually featured in the, I believe it was the men's show, but I paid £30 for this t-shirt, which is an absolute steal again. This t-shirt probably would have retailed somewhere in the region of £250 to £280. I go into the J.W. Anderson store in Soho quite often. They know me well in there. I've actually never bought anything while in there because, you know, hence why I buy everything on Vinted, just can't really afford it. But I absolutely love going in there, and they're always so kind to me, and they give me a lot of time of day, probably knowing that I'm not going to be buying anything, so they're very kind in there. And I've heard that Jonathan does actually go into the store and bring everyone coffees and pastries and stuff, so yeah, that just makes me love the brand even more. I'm a huge fan of the brand, so this was a real holy grail one for me to get because it featured on the runway. And while we're on the topic, I'll just stick with the J.W. Anderson theme, I think, because I've got two more pieces to show you. So this was my first designer purchase on Vinted, and it was a big one. It's a J.W. Anderson skirt, and it's from spring summer 2020, 2021, 2022, one of those. And it's the asymmetric skirt, so it's got this asymmetric hem at the bottom with the J.W. Anderson logo running along the hem. Now this was originally a size 10 or 12 when I bought it, and I bought it knowing that. And what I did was I took it to a tailor's and I got the whole thing tailored to me. So not just the waist, because originally I went in and I was like, oh, can you just do a tuck in the waist and make it an 8? But the seamstress, but basically she said to me, I can't just take the waist in because of the way the dress is asymmetric and the way it hangs. I don't know if you really get a good idea of it off of my body, but I'll put some pictures of me wearing it. The way it drapes, if she was to take 2 sizes out of the waist, it would ruin the flow of the rest of the skirt, and I would have been left with a huge volume on one side. So what they actually did was basically deconstruct the skirt. So she took 2 dress sizes out of the waist, but then she unhemmed, where is it? This side. Unhemmed this side. I mean, you can't tell, she's done it back up as it was. Cut out 2 sizes worth of material here so that it wasn't all one side heavy, and then restitched it. But the way they've done it, I mean, the logos are still the same distance apart, so she really was very careful. And when I went to go pick it up, she said that this was a very beautifully made skirt, and that a lot of time had been put into designing a skirt for it to fall this way, which really made my heart happy, because, you know, some people say like, oh, you know, there's no point in spending money on designer clothing, blah blah. That's absolutely fine, totally understand it. If you don't want to do that, fine by me. But one of the reasons I get things obviously on Vinted is because, one, it's more affordable. I don't have the money to have bought this skirt new. This skirt retailed for probably about £650. I can't spend that on a skirt. I bought it for 100, which was pushing my limit anyway. So yeah, the alterations did cost me £100 in total, I will say that. Obviously that was more than I wanted to spend, but it was worth it for the amount of detail that had been put into altering it, and now it fits me perfectly. I actually think it's less than a size. I think she put it down to a 6, because when she measured me and put it on me and everything, it was more a size 6. So yeah, a lot of time and care was taken to make this fit beautifully. but it's really that classic JW Anderson style of denim where he makes everything asymmetric, everything's a bit wonky, the back pocket has half the logo on, we've got the big leather plaque on the belt, which they've now moved to the front. If you look at the new season, everything's like shifted around as if you've put your jeans on back to front, but they still fit perfectly. It's very clever. So yeah, really love this. But yes, to me it was just totally worth it. Sorry if I seem a bit different, my camera ran out of memory so I just had to delete some stuff. But yeah, to me it was totally worth it, and such like a forever piece for me. Probably I really don't see that piece going anywhere. So continuing with the JW Anderson theme, I've got 3 other things that are not JW Anderson, so don't worry. I've got a shoebox, and this again was like the bargain of the century. So in here I've got the famous JW Anderson mule loafers. Now these come in so many different variations. I'll put up some pictures here of how many different versions of this shoe you can get. But I went with the, well, I found the brown tan leather ones with the JW Anderson logo embossed into it, and then just the classic loafer piece here. So yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous. They came in the original box, they come with all the tissue paper and with the dust bag as well for if you're traveling with them. So honestly, such a steal. These retail, I want to say, I'll put them down below how much they retail for online. I don't know if you can get these exact ones online anymore, but basically he brings them back every season. Like there's always a version of them that you can get. But again, these were the steal of the century because I paid £50 for these. £50. Some just happened to be selling them. They were in perfect condition. She'd only worn them a few times, as you can see. I've only worn them, well, I say only, but I've actually worn them loads since I got them. These have really like trekked around London and everything. So yeah, 50 quid I got these for, with the box and the dust bag and everything. So honestly, if you were umming and ahhing about shopping on Vinted before this video, then this is your sign to get on there because it's crazy. Okay, next up, let's do probably, this is my most expensive purchase on Vinted, but still was an amazing price. And it comes in this very large Louis Vuitton dust bag. And this, again, is another holy grail item for me. So this is an item that I've wanted since I was 15 again. When this piece originally came out in 2005, it is the Louis Vuitton, while Marc Jacobs was creative director, he came out with the denim collection, the original denim collection, and this is the Baggy GM. So this is the big size of the Baggy. There's 3 different versions of the Baggy. There's the mini Baggy, the Baggy PM, and then the Baggy GM, and this is the GM. So this is the biggest version, and this is in the blue denim. All the pieces from the collection also came in khaki, green and pink. I'll put up some pictures here so you can see if you don't know already, but that is one of my favorite collections of all time. This and the Murakami collection, which recently, last month, was re-released by Louis Vuitton. I didn't get any pieces from the new collection, but I do have a piece from the original Murakami collection. I'll link the video of me unboxing that up there if you want to go and watch that. But yeah, this I bought on Vinted. Again, very easy to say, oh, how do you know it's not fake? How do you know? I knew from the photos that this was real. I could just tell. There's things that I look out for example, the zips are often wrong on these pieces, and a good thing to look out for this era of Louis Vuitton is these zips are the Marc Jacobs zips. He still has these in his Marc Jacobs collections now for his own brand. These are like his signature zips, whereas like the more sort of trapeze shaped ones are like for Nicolas Ghesquiere's era at Louis Vuitton, etc, etc. So yeah, all of the pieces just really, they were the same as my Takeshi Murakami hardware, which again is Marc Jacobs signature hardware for the time that he was at Louis Vuitton. So that's what I looked out for. The koala noses, the original koala noses, these are a triangle shape now with Nicolas Ghesquiere's handbags. If you get a bag with a koala nose, it's triangle shaped. These are the original koala nose clasps that Mark did. So little things like that. So I knew that it was real, but like I say with vintage, you do have that authentication process that you can send it through for an extra £10. Also, I spoke to the woman in depth about this bag, and she could tell me where she got it from, when she got it, showed me receipts, and everything like that. So yeah, so inside we've got the plaque that says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. All of my Louis Vuitton pieces are made in France pieces. That's very particular to me. You can get pieces that are made in Italy, Spain and the USA. I would hate to have a piece that said made in USA in it. That's just me. But I only collect Louis Vuitton pieces that are made in France, and I always check the destination that it was made in before I buy anything secondhand from Louis Vuitton, because I'm very, very picky about stuff like that. But yeah, the suede inside is in fantastic condition, the original mustard coloured suede, which they did not do on the re-release of the Denim collection, because this collection has also been re-released by Louis Vuitton last January 24. They did not redo this bag, if I remember correctly. They did the mini baggy and the pleaty, but I don't think they did the baggy GM. Did they do the baggy PM? That was so long ago, and I kind of ignored the whole thing because it upset me so much that they re-released it. It's upset me greatly that they re-released the Takeshi Murakami collection as well, but anyway, that's my own personal thing. But yeah, this is from the original collection. So this piece, the serial number states that it was made in October 2005. So yeah, one of the first runs of it, actually, because this collection was out for quite a number of years after, I want to say 6 years. That it was released for. So yeah, absolutely love this one. This bag retails on the resale market for roughly between £1,200 upwards of £1,700. I will show you some that are on Break Archive right now for around that price. I paid £700 for this bag. So that, again, is one of the bonuses of vintage. You can get people that, you know, are happy to sell it for a little bit less because they're keeping all the money. If you sell something through Break or through a consignment store, that store is going to want to take commission, and then they have to put the price up to reflect that. So with Vinted, the buyer gets a cheaper price usually, and the seller gets the full amount of money. So yeah, she was happy to sell this to me for 700. It was originally up for 800. I managed to get her to knock it down to 700, and this was my present to myself for getting my new job. So very, very happy about that, and a lovely way to start the year. I've not even had that a month, I don't think. Oh, just over a month maybe. So yeah, a wonderful, wonderful purchase, and honestly one of the best things I probably will ever get on Vinted. So very happy with that. Dulling it down now, we've got 2 more items to go, and I just wanted to do a non-designer piece as well, just to show you what else you can get. So this is a pair of Nike trainers, came in the box with the tissue paper and everything, completely brand new, and I forget the name of these, what are they called? The V2K runs. I will not be running in them, but I just really love the colour of these. So these were completely brand new, unworn. I think these are around £90 on the Nike website. You can still buy these. I think they were in the office sale for 70, I saw. So these are completely still viable at retail price. They're not discontinued or anything like that. But this particular person on Vinted was selling them for £30. So I bought them for 30, because why pay full price when I can have them brand new for 30 quid? But yeah, I just really liked the colour of them. They're a little bit different for me. Well, I say that, I actually do love like quite chunky trainers like this, but yeah, loved the blue. That baby blue is my favourite colour in the world, with the silver stripes. If you take the Nike logo off, they kind of look like the Asics ones. So I quite liked that as well. But yeah, very, very simple, and I just wanted to show you those just so you can see what else Vinted has to offer. It's not all designer stuff. You can literally get pretty much anything on there. Okay, and the last piece is, oh, I guess these are my newest pieces actually, not the Vivienne Westwood shirt. I mean, they came the same week, but yeah. After this one, I'm on a Vinted ban for the rest of the month. But yeah, these are a very, very special piece. Again, 15-year-old Rachel is over the moon about it. Actually, this probably came out when I was about 18 or 19. I used to have a picture of these on my mood board when I was younger. In fact, I genuinely reckon I could probably link an original YouTube video from my channel where I talk about these shoes. I might go on a hunt to see if I can do that. I might just be out time frame wise, but around the time I started my YouTube video, these were my obsession. And I bought a pair from Topshop that were dupes of these, and I wore them to death. So now it's very nice to be 30 and have the real thing. So here they are. I wonder if any of you can name these, just me showing you them. Like, does this bring back any nostalgia? Do you guys know what shoes these are? I feel like they were so big at the time of release. But for those of you who don't know or feel like you recognize them but you can't remember, these are the Balenciaga buckle ankle boots. They actually have a name, but I can't remember what they're called. I'll put it somewhere on the screen right now. It begins with a C, I think. Centurion boot, Century boot, something like that. These were my absolute obsession when I was a teenager, and I'll put some photos up of Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner wearing them, and Hailey Bieber had them at the time, and I just thought they were so cool. I loved, obviously, the main features like this cutout detail, so your sock shows through, or just your skin if you don't wear socks with them. And then you've got like these huge big buckles on, and yeah, absolutely love them. I love the white stitching, the sort of loafer front. There's the inside and the back, and then yeah, on the bottom it says Balenciaga. These are a size 36, which is a 3, which is my size. And yeah, Balenciaga there, and then Balenciaga Paris on the inside. But these, there's a few of these on Vinted at the moment, so if you did want a pair, that I also saved a pair that were £250. These were originally up for 150, and I managed to get the girl down to 100. So I paid £100 for these, but considering they were probably £950, maybe £1,000 retail, I still felt like that was a huge saving. And I don't think £100 for shoes at the moment is really a lot of money, because like Nike sell their shoes for 100 quid, Solomon's are over 100, you know what I mean? And these are Balenciaga. So yeah, one thing I will note, I'll try and I haven't brought them in with me, but I'll try and get some video shots of my Louis Vuitton boots, and the reason being is there's some similarities between my Louis Vuitton boots and these boots, and the reason for that is when these were designed, Nicolas Ghesquière was the creative director of Balenciaga at the time. So Nicolas Ghesquière designed these boots, or helped design them, you know what I mean. They were under his sort of wing. So yeah, so Nicolas Ghesquière was at Balenciaga when these were designed, and then after he left it was Alexander Wang for a little bit, and then it was Demna, who is still there now. And I noticed some similarities, like the white stitching, the sort of rounded toe, this little bit, the kind of overall shape, the heel. They're very similar to my Louis Vuitton boots, which are from a few years after these, which would have been when Nicolas first joined Louis Vuitton. So I just thought it was really cool to have both. I know it might seem silly to have two boots that are similar, but they're not really similar, because the Louis Vuitton ones are like lace up and a lot smarter than these, and these are very edgy with the cutout and the big buckles. These are way more grungy. So they're not similar in style sense, but they're similar. There's like little similarities is what I mean, like the white stitching, like I said. So yeah, and that's because these were designed by Nicolas Ghesquière while he was at Balenciaga, and then my Louis Vuitton boots were also designed by Nicolas Ghesquière when he started at Louis Vuitton. So I just like that comparison. That just brings joy to my little sad heart. So yeah, but I'm over the moon with these. These are in such good condition as well. They have been worn, but really not badly, and yeah, just very, very, very happy with those. So those are my new Balenciaga boots, and I cannot wait to wear them today. I'm definitely going to be wearing them out today. I'm very excited. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed talking through those pieces. Quite nice to sit on the floor and just be a bit more informal. It just feels like I'm chatting with my friends. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please do go follow me on Instagram at Rachel Von Hatley. You get way more updates about my outfits and stuff over there and what I'm up to, and I will try and be more regular at filming for YouTube as well. But yeah, I work full-time as a nanny, so I really just can't be filming all the time because I'm just looking after other people's kids. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. Please go comment down below your favorite item. I would love to chat to you guys about the things that we've spoken about today, and what are your favorite things that you've bought from Vinted. Are you also buying designer pieces on there? I know that it's so good for that. So yeah, please go talk to me down in the comments. It means a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.